Hello, I'm Jamie Brown. I'm here to give a demo of my weather-based activity app. This is a single-page application with a React front end that uses Redux to handle the store and a Rails API backend. The purpose of this application is to provide an activity suggestion based on the current weather for a particular zip code. And it uses a third-party open weather map API to collect that weather data, and it is persisted in the Rails backend. The Rails backend only fetches new weather data from the third-party API if it's been more than 30 minutes since the last fetch for that zip code. So this application does have user authentication. We'll start with the features that don't require authentication. So users that aren't logged in can still use the primary feature of the application, which is to get the weather for a particular place and get a suggestion for an activity based on that weather. They can also review the particulars for that activity suggestion, so they can look at the activity show page. This just gives details on the weather conditions that need to be met in order for you to get this activity in your suggestion list. Users can also view the entire activity list that's in the backend database. And from here again, the only thing that you can click on are the links to the show pages to those particular activities. So users can go ahead and log in or sign up. We will sign up as a new user first. The authentication process for this application uses JSON Web Tokens that are created on the Rails backend and sent back to the React frontend and stored in state. So I'm going to show you that my form has validation on the Rails backend. So if we go ahead and do that, it's going to complain, one, that password can't be blank, and two, that this email has already been taken. So there's already a user with this email. And we can go ahead and do that. So again, name can't be blank, so maybe we pick a different person. And password confirmation can't be blank. So now we have logged in as Roger, and you'll notice that our sign in login buttons have been replaced with a log out button, and it has let us know that Roger is indeed logged in. And you'll also notice that we got a new activity button. So we can go ahead and click on this guy. This new activity form is used by both the new activity component and the edit activity component. They're just filled in differently based on the state of the parent component. These are controlled forms, so they are the values are controlled by the state of the parent component, the parent container. You'll notice the submit button is grayed out, and that is because we haven't filled anything in yet. So if we go ahead and fill this in and then change our minds, it will say that the description cannot be blank. All of these fields maintain their own errors. So temperature can't be negative and it can't be gibberish, so we can't just put in things that aren't numbers. Same for wind speed. And they do have mins and maxes for values. So I don't know about you, but I am not going out for a jog unless it is over 50 and under 80. And it needs to not be too terribly windy, and maybe that. So I am logged in, so I am able to create this new activity, and I do get a new activity or an edit activity button. If I log out, that button's going to go away along with this over here, and my name is removed from the welcome page. So from here, we're going to go ahead and log back in as someone else that's already in the system. And go back to the activities list. So you'll notice that on this activities list that we are able to see edit, remove, and likes. And we're also able to sort likes. This button is here regardless of whether we're logged in or not. We can go ahead and do that and it'll sort our list by likes. And as a logged in user, we can go ahead and like one of these. We can also remove an item, and that will make sure that we want to delete that activity, or we can go ahead and edit an activity, and it will fill in based on the values that were already in that particular activity record. So maybe you want to add some things here. Maybe if it's super windy, we can't sleep. That concludes my demo. Please feel free to leave any comments below, and thank you for watching.